Here's a list of 18 words that you're going to memorize. You can pause the video and write them down if you want, but I'll put them in the description. The number 18 was chosen because 99% of the time you'll have to use fewer words than this to memorize an entire cube. The average number is 16. In order to memorize all this, we'll be using a combination of Roman room and the chain technique. For the Roman room portion, look around the room you're in right now and pick out 10 items going in a general left to right and top to bottom direction. Once you have them picked out, run through them in your mind with your eyes open but without looking at them until you can go through them quickly, both forward and backward. If I were to pick out one of your items, you should be able to tell me immediately what comes just before and just after it. Each of these items is called an association basis. We're going to be building a chain on each one of them. Now on to the chain portion. Each item in your chain will be touching the one just before it. It has to be placed on top of, to the right of, inside of, or piercing the object just before it. All the images in your chain must be large, detailed, three-dimensional, and in color. Our first word is cow, so imagine a cow. See the picture, don't think of the word cow. Walk around it and see it from all different angles. You can hear the sound it makes. You can even smell it if you want, but I wouldn't. Once you have your cow image down, attach it to the first item in your Roman room. It should take no more than 6 seconds to form the connection between the two images. The next word is sword. So imagine a sword. Turn it around in your hands. Feel how sharp it is. Be careful you don't cut yourself. The next step is to attach the sword to the image just before it. That was rather obvious, wasn't it? Mittens is next, so see those. And you could possibly zoom in on the handle of the sword and attach the mittens to the handle of the sword. Now you just continue on in a similar fashion with the next 3 words in the first chain. The next group starts with cap, so you picture any kind of cap you like and glue that to the second item in your Roman room. Then connect grapes to cap and continue on with the rest of those words. The third and final group begins with lantern, so you put your lantern on the third Roman room item and attach all the rest of the words to that. Once you reach the last item in a chain, it's a good idea to go back to the beginning of that chain and review all of the words. When you finish your last chain, the one that starts with lantern and ends with ladle, then you return to your first item in your Roman room and recall the image that is on that, and then the chain built on that goes from cow to taco. Then move to the second item in your Roman room and read off the chain from that and the third item. Remember that you're seeing images, not thinking of words. Once you have those memorized, you can pick out 18 random concrete nouns and memorize those. Break them up into groups of 6. If you want to, you can put your new ones on the first 3 items in your Roman room, and they'll erase the ones that were already there. A better idea would be to put your new words on the 4th, 5th, and 6th items. That way, when you're done, you'll have those 18 and the first 18 you did for a total of 36, which is half the number of images you'll need to do a 6x6 cube. Once you've mastered this step, you can move on to part 3, where we'll actually do something useful with the cube.